Hi everybody, welcome to Momversation. I'm so excited to introduce to you today Becky Harks, our newest panelist. She's from mommywantsvodka.com. Becky, would you let your son leave the house in girls' clothes?
My son, Alex, this year for Halloween, he saw a catalog of costumes and fell in love with a butterfly costume. It was purple, it had a tutu, and it was quite flamboyant. I mean, he looked like a girl in it, but that's okay. We're okay with that because there are boy butterflies too. And I did end up letting my son out of the house in it because really, he's 3. He wasn't gonna let me say no anyway. I wasn't gonna hear the end of it till he got it and wore it.
Right.
And he has worn it for Halloween. And when he saw my daughter putting a dress on for Thanksgiving, he insisted he wear the butterfly costume again.
Do you think, Becky, that there's an age where you're just gonna go, okay, now we're too old for boys to dress in girls' clothes?
In a couple of years, we'll have a talk about how society maybe isn't as open-minded as we are about it. I think that's fair to him.
Heather, I know you have daughters, but let's say that you had a little boy that wanted to wear a dress. Where are you at on this?
If I had a boy, I think I would definitely go about it in the same sort of way that Becky did. Her son asked to wear it. It's not something that I would ever volunteer to my son. As for leaving the house, I would bring up the society thing sooner. I would bring it up, at that age where he would be asking to wear the girls' clothing. And I would say, listen, Mommy and Daddy are okay with you wearing this stuff. We know that it's just clothes and you're expressing yourself. Some people outside might not understand. That being said, then if he's like, I don't care, then we let him go out in it, and hopefully people would be kind, but if not, he might end up learning a lesson or two.
Remember the Halloween costumes that have all the muscles on them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superman
awesome.
and Batman and those. Okay, so my son wore those his entire 4th year. That's what he wore. If we went to the mall, if we went on an airplane, wherever we went, that's what he wore. People would kind of look at him funny, and he would just look at them like, what are you, stupid? Well, of course I'm dressed like Batman. And it was not easy as a parent for me to let him do that. But the reality is that had he asked to wear a dress down the street, I want to be able to say to you, oh, I'm so liberal and understanding and let my boy rock the dress. I would have said no, because it's that's outside my comfort zone. And I suspect that there's an awful lot of parents like me that may or may not be willing to say so.
I totally understand, Jessica. I think that as parents, we have this balance of trying to foster our children's imagination and creativity and letting them explore different options. And then there's the realistic adult side of us that knows what's going to happen, and we want to protect them from that. We don't want our kids to have to learn life lessons when they're only 4 years old. I think for me, I wouldn't let my son wear girls' clothing to school. He wouldn't be within my protective arm's length at that point.
As parents, we really need to be able to let our kids do things that we can, as people, stand behind. Yeah, you've got to foster their creativity, but you also have to be able to say, I got your back, kiddo. No matter what you do with this, I got your back on this one. I think that's really important too.
Heather, Becky, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on today's Momversation. And we want to know what you do when your son wants to dress as a girl, inside or outside the house.
Join the Momversation at momversation.com.